Hello, everyone. This is a quick focus I did for BTC, and I thought that it would be nice um, to share with you guys, and probably you guys would have a value from it. So this is what I am saying right now. I'm on the 4 hour chart, and BTC looks as if it is recovering, and I'm sure this is like everybody's wish and dream. Then, if you pay close attention, this is just like history repeating itself again, possibly. This is just like history receiving itself, and I will explain. Taking you back to April when BTC fell from a height of 65,000 to 30K, the lowest so far. On the 4 hour time frame, you notice how a trend was broken, a retest was made, and then it fell downward. Now, the same thing is happening. We have been recovering from that fall all this while, and in fact, we did, creating a new higher high, right? This is the latest high of almost 70K. That, to be exact, this is 69,000, 69,100. That's where it went to, and then it started coming back down. Now, if you see, you can spot a similarity between this move and this move. This is the point where BTC broke below the 200 moving average again, all right? It broke below the 200 moving average. And before that, you will notice that it created a very strong support down here. This area was serving as a very strong support before now. And also, it is expected that since it has been broken, it's going to serve as a resistance, and it has started showing the sign. You see, it tried to go back from here, it failed, it came back down. It tried to go again, it failed, it come back down. And now, one thing to consider: it's not just an ordinary support; it's also a support that is backed by the moving averages. This is 200 EMA and 50 EMA, and they always serve as support and resistance depending on which side of the chart they are. So now at this area, if you have to think about the sentimental aspects of the period we are in, we're in December, closing into festive period, you will know that many people who have been invested into the crypto market for a long time would like to dump also because they have responsibilities to meet up with. And so it's very likely that there is going to be a lot of sell-offs in the market, pushing the price further down. And also, since it's under the 200 moving average, it's very likely to go down. And these are the three possible expectations that I have. The first one is if price does manage to break above the 200 moving average, it will come back to retest it and then continue pushing upward. The second, which is the most likely one, is BTC falling from the 200 moving average, retest the 50K range and go back up. And the reason why the 50K range is so important is because if you go on the daily time frame, if you go on the daily time frame, the the 50K is the exact point where price will meet the 200 moving average. 50K is the exact point where price will move the 200 moving average, and it's also on the trend line of the daily move of the daily move. All right, it's also on the daily trend line, so it's very likely the price will bounce off it. And by that time, I believe we should be looking at January or December stress or December pressure would have been gone, so people would not have any reasons to push the market further down. And BTC is looking at a very strong bullish move now, so that is expected and it's most likely. So this is the second option: BTC coming down to 50K and going back up. The big move that everybody is expected, that is when I see it happening. And then the third option is if it does decide to be very stubborn, it's going to come down to 50K give a reaction of the 50K, retest the 50 SMA at the new found support and resistance, and then back down to 40K. That is very unlikely, but still it is an option, and I have to include it there for people who really want to know what to watch out for on the long run. So, but for now, what I am looking at is BTC falling from the 50 or 60K range that it is right now, which is the very strong support level on the 4 hour, and then falling down to 50K before proceeding forward or proceeding to climb above. So, if you are holding BTC right now, this is a time of uncertainty. My advice would be that you should exchange to USDT and then watch what happens. If it does break above 50K, 60K, comes back to retest it, buy. You have nothing to lose. If it goes below and goes to 50K, buy. You also have nothing to lose. But if you hold now, any of these three can happen, and you are not sure which one is going to happen. So it's better to be safe than to lose your funds. I hope this really helps. The snapshot of this will be posted, and I just hope I managed to share a light in it.